Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for giving us this privilege today to be part of this event, Seeds of Dignity, as a starting point for many big things in the future, hopefully, as Mrs. Isato mentioned earlier. And it's a real honor to have you all here to gather together to support these initiatives and to be part of these journeys and to witness this historic moment through which we are aiming to do something big, hopefully, inshallah. So I'm Aziz Hazizi, a refugee entrepreneur, originally from Yemen and based in Ethiopia. My journey in a timeline with the Yemeni roots, born in Saudi Arabia, lived in 2018, spent 3 years in Malaysia until 2021. I came to Ethiopia in much details. My roots, I'm a third generation of Yemeni immigrants in Saudi Arabia, never been to Yemen, and but Yemeni as nationality and roots. My life started in Saudi Arabia. I'm the eldest among 7 siblings, graduated from high school. For so many reasons, I couldn't finish my degree, so I had only one option to join the workforce, which I joined the construction, and I spent 15 years of my life working in construction. But the last 3 years of them, I found my own company there as a partnership. Then things happened in life that dropped down, and I had to leave Saudi Arabia in around 2015 or so. So I was in crossroad in my life. Going back to Yemen wasn't the ideal option at that time because I've never been there. I don't have any relatives there, and Yemen is a war zone since 2015. So it was like just going to commit suicide there. So I instead decided to go somewhere else. So I went to Malaysia. Among a few countries I had the option to go as Yemeni passport holder. But when I arrived to Malaysia in 2018, I found myself an unwelcomed refugee, and I was registered after 9 months of waiting as a legal refugee, but with no hope, with no future, with no legal acceptance to, like, access to banking or work or whatever. It was just sitting there and waiting for I don't know what. But at those lowest moments in my life, I started my entrepreneurial journey. I will share more about it in a few minutes. And also I became an online Arabic tutor as a way of living to support myself. Working online was a window that opened a lot of opportunities to myself to survive and to not break any law there. That's why I'm really like a digitally oriented person. Then after 3 years, I found a window to leave the country without any consequences. So somehow I found myself in Ethiopia. This is a refugee story. This is my 5th year in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia gave me an opportunity, a new hope, new life, supported me actually to have my dignity back. And that's one of my biggest challenges and my mission in life, to, as a refugee, to have my dignity back. And please, like, just appreciate yourselves as refugees for giving us this platform. This is really something you deserve that. Thank you so much. So good things happened in Ethiopia. First, I launched my website, Cicada Sign. I joined school at the Arabic Department Assistant Coordinator for 1.5 years. I started to train teachers to be online teachers as well. and giving back to refugee community through internship programs for new graduates. And with, of course, the bureaucracy and all these things, I was finally registered after 2.5 years of waiting as a legal refugee in Ethiopia. But those 2.5 years period of time, actually, I had it as a sign from God that you are stuck here to work on something. Yeah, so you are not gonna leave, because that was my plan. And maybe that was for my best. We don't know. And after that, I registered Shama Institute for culture exchange, and it became the first, Ethiopia's first refugee-owned private limited company after the new convention by the Ethiopian government, thankfully, gratefully, and I feel I got my dignity back. And from there, as Henok, as Kibret, as Madame Isato, as everyone mentioned, that I have a lot of responsibility now to take the lead. If you know Shama, it's a candle, so I just hold this and I'm taking it toward brighter future, and joining forces, and inviting everyone to join me to pave the road for future, brighter future, where we can all live together with dignity and peace. About my entrepreneurial journey, so I'm just going to share briefly about my projects. The first one, Cicada Sign, it was inspired by my little deaf sister, Sarah. This project actually gave me hope, gave me something to fight for. I went through a lot of stages with this project just to prove something, and I was inspired by my little deaf sister. It's an e-learning platform in American Sign Language to empower deaf youth in the digital world, to enhance their skills, to be freelancers, independent, not dependency. And also we stand for refugee rights by internships and hiring refugees as well. The first course fully in American Sign Language will be launched soon. We will keep you updated. And this is about my first endeavor, Cicada Sign. Second one, as you know, Shama Institute for Culture Exchange, a language e-learning platform with 5 different languages, a cultural hub and events organizer, training center for inclusion through job creations. And this is what we already taking steps forward to integrate refugees and also host communities to work together, to learn, to prepare them for taking the lead, to be independent. And of course, we are empowering refugees and host communities through opening these jobs and these chances to everyone to come and gather and chat and exchange and understand, and finally to understand each other. We are extending our hand to everyone who wants to be part of this journey. And of course, as a social enterprise model, I feel my own responsibility toward the community I'm serving and the community I'm part of to always give back to people and not to stop there by myself. So this is just my triangle, my Bermuda Triangle of life. From Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, one day in Rwanda, and Ethiopia. I don't know what the future lays for me in the future, but I'm happy to explore more and to see what God is having for me. Thank you so much.